Keep going, yeah.
We're so good. There's more doubles.
Oh.
Oh, see a rat!
Go back, there's a rat!
This is Saltdale. To be more accurate, what's left of Saltdale. It might not look like much now, but Saltdale used to be one of the largest exporters of salt in California. Nearly 50 years after the town was abandoned, nothing's really left. I set out to answer the most important question. How's the camping? Brendan's already lost it. He just walked into the desert. This is Saltdale, California. Now, Saltdale used to be a salt mining evaporation operation that actually went on for quite a while. It doesn't look like it, but there used to be a ton of, well, not a ton, but there were a few buildings scattered about. Now, in the 70s, Saltdale was abandoned and shut down, and because of the high amount of salt, and most things were demoed, everything is broken down quite quickly out here. What we're going to try to figure out today is, can you camp here? I mean, you can, but can you have a good time?
You don't understand what I'm saying. One rock ready. I'm saying we get like all these rocks and just fill the space.
You want to make a railway with rocks?
Oh gosh,
Imagine.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
He has a Volster. He has a 3-door car. His opinion doesn't matter. You see that? We call that a skinwalker.
A Ben Walker.
A Ben Walker.
Franco's already gone full yama yama.
Yama yama. Ooga ooga.
Saltdale is sandwiched in between Edwards Air Force Base to the south and the China Lake Naval Air Weapons Station to the north. This might cause for some interesting sights in the skies. And even if you don't see anything interesting in the sky while you camp there, you might find something interesting in the ground.
It's not developed. Like some secret FBI film.
It's the lost frames for the Zapruder film. To solve the Kennedy assassination. He's buried out here in the desert.
A match. Got Shrek 5.
Brandon, what do you got?
You know, I climbed that hill and I found this brick and I was like, that's nice. And it's got writing on it.
Oh, it's insane.
And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It says Empire SM. And I just realized that might mean student ministry.
Empire Student Ministry. No, I think it's probably like something church.
Yeah.
Empire Student. Why does everything have to be church related?
Camping in Saltdale doesn't afford you the luxury of stumps for chairs. Some of us had to improvise with our seating arrangements. What in the corn-fed?
Take out these rows.
This was probably the biggest brain play all day. I think they had the comfiest chairs. We chose this particular camping spot hoping to use the train car behind us as a windbreak. And with camp all set up, it was time to head out and see what was left of Saltdale. Do it again.
Here we go.
It's hard to believe that for a frontier town that lasted nearly 70 years, all that's left is rotting wood and foundations. You guys testing it out?
This is fiber. This is wood.
I don't know, man. This piece tastes like dirt. I ain't right that. No, you look right this. You tell me that's salt.
All this way to come eat dirt.
Hey, this is dirt.
Oh man, this ain't the salt flat. I want to taste it.
Do it.
Oh, yep, that's salt. It's a nice big piece for you. How much money would it take for you to put that whole thing in your mouth and just chomp it down?
Salt was harvested from these evaporation ponds by pumping water onto the playa itself. Then workers would pump the brine to nearby evaporation tanks where the salt was actually collected. Now, when you're going through Saltdale, a lot of people say don't walk in the evap ponds because it's like quicksand. Well, I would say that they are 15% correct.
Look at this right here.
Oh yeah, that's how we get to the good salt. This is what we've been doing wrong.
You know this is all packed down by a car, right?
Taste this stuff.
Holy crap.
Honestly, taste it. Like, it's good. Try that.
That one little piece?
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
That's
Some of the best, good salt.
That's like some of the best salt I've ever had.
Really? Yeah. That's legit salt.
I'm gonna take some of it back.
Look at this one.
Damn.
That's like, why is salt that good? I don't understand. This was no exaggeration, by the way. This salt, for whatever reason, in this part of the old salt flats was really good. I think Monty hit it on the head. It's like eating a pretzel.
Much money?
None.
$2? Hey, salt frisbee, let's go. I'm so scared to catch it.
In the literal sense, calling Saltdale a ghost town is a bit of a stretch. This single building is all that remains of once was, by all accounts, a very prosperous frontier town. At its peak, Saltdale was outputting 22,000 tons of salt from the local factory. There's really no pictures or anything to show for it.
This is gonna cook us some quality beans.
Brendan, are you thinking about those beans?
Dude, honestly, I am. You don't even know.
Dude, I don't know how good of an idea beans are tonight.
You guys ready for the train to come by at 3 in the morning?
Heck yeah, dog!
Whoever's in these tents, rest in peace. What if he's here to pick up the...
Imagine what if he...
takes away our wind cover?
I think he is.
Oh, he totally is.
Dude. Hey, that's the wind. He's gonna pick it up.
Oh no, our cover. That is cool.
I've never actually seen that ever.
Yeah. I've been to Saltdale twice, and the first time I came by, there were 4 cars here. Obviously, when we showed up, there was 1. Now there's 2. This seems to be a place for nearby neighboring California City to drop these cars off for storage.
Wait, is he dropping it off?
back!
Wait! We have that wind cover! This is proof.
I didn't believe in the providence of God until the day.
What'd you find out?
Hey, that guy just said that whatever's in there is too dangerous to store in the city.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. He said, yeah, they just bring that stuff out here because they don't want to keep it in the city. He pointed at that placard over there and it says flammable, the yellow placard. It's a fire placard. Yeah. He doesn't know what's in there, but he said it's bad stuff.
Fortunate to have a new windbreak, the entire camp was ready to dig in and start eating. Of course, as darkness falls around a campfire, that's when the good times start.
If your name is called, you have to sing.
I can't do it while I play.
That's fine. No, it's anything. Anything at all. Anything comes to mind. Here we go. Yeah, West Philadelphia, born and raised. On the playground is where I spend most of my days. Chilling out here with my guys, making hot dogs. But Stephen McCoy don't eat bacon. No. Stephen, take it away.
Oh my god.
Here we go.
I got nothing.
You got it. From the heart. West Philadelphia, born and raised. On the playground is where I spend
Most of my days.
chilling out back,
And relaxing on the pool.
shooting some b-ball outside of school.
What in the dawn of a new morning, it didn't take long for us to figure out that these salt flats made for a great place to, well, act like this. Staying out here, it's not uncommon you'll see other people doing the same thing. Being this far away from civilization makes this a great place to learn some off-roading skills, although your mileage may vary.
So this is like, what the heck?
What if Brandon's a skinwalker?
I see it.
Yeah, he's trying to signal the other skinwalkers. Rock stacking aside, the bike lessons continued for a little bit longer until it was time to pack up camp and head to our next destination, but then we needed a place to put the trash.
I just want to do it all at once. Just walk that direction if I go on.
We should close it up too. Close it up so he doesn't know. He has no idea.
He did this wrong. He put this together.
He's totally with this. So right now we're on our way to the Burro Schmidt tunnel. The route that we're taking is through Mesquite Canyon Road. Now, Mesquite Canyon isn't too bad so far. I'm in two-wheel drive right now. Doesn't seem too bad. So this does seem like a place you can get to. There was a video that I watched recently by Oddity Odysseys where they did the same thing. So if you're thinking about coming to Burro Schmidt Tunnel and you've heard you need four-wheel drive, so far that doesn't seem to be the case. Just take the Mesquite Canyon Road route. It'll take you right up there. Our caravan right now is we've got a lot of cars in the caravan. A lot. I don't know exactly how many. I think we're probably running like it's like 10 vehicles, and only 4 of them have 5. Half of them have four-wheel drive. There's some dudes in minivans coming up this thing, so if they can do it, you can do it. To be clear, the trail is doable in two-wheel drive. You may want a vehicle with at least 5 inches of ground clearance. The entirety of the road is only 7 miles in length. The time it'll take you to traverse the road will depend on what kind of vehicle you have, especially if you have this one. At the top of the trail, you'll find the cabin where Burro Schmidt lived. It's actually that little one right there. The larger house, from my understanding, is a more recent addition, given to a caretaker that Burro Schmidt hired later in life to facilitate tours of the tunnel. Both Burro Schmidt's cabin and the caretaker's cabin have fallen prey to vandalism, which is a shame because these are both time capsules back to the respective times that they came from. Aliens, bro.
Aliens, bro.
Aliens. Dang, how many dumps do you think he took in here?
Oh,
Over
man.
the course of his life.
Dude, over 45 years.
You go dig and then go dump. While Burro Schmidt's old home stands in disarray, fortunately, his life's work is buried where he left it some 70 years ago. Monty's having flashbacks to that color Jeep right there. That looks like Austin's.
Yeah, that's Austin.
Is that Austin?
Austin's here.
Oh no.
Wait, is that him? Yeah, that's him. Austin. Oh, he's in the tunnel.
He's in the tunnel. We're gonna find him in the tunnel.
That is him.
I'm just gonna start yelling Austin.
Oh, it is cool.
Austin!
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 Why are we in like Disneyland but ghetto? we're in ghetto.
Hey guys, come on. What's up everybody? It's your boy Swaglow 2000, also known as Doc. We out here in a giant cave. This old man, boomer, took 25 years to build this. 25. 45, my bad. Super boomer. And guess who we are going to find here? Mo for show. Awesome Mo. Let's go.
This wrong turn probably cost him like 30 days.
The tunnel behind this door extends back about 41 to 35 feet. It's being used to store maintenance hardware for the tunnel, including the vehicle used to keep the floor.
They didn't want us to know what's next.
Aliens are in there.
Really? In a cave?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's get a party going in here.
Oh, dude!
If you haven't already guessed, Burro Schmidt's tunnel refers to a half-mile tunnel dug through solid granite over the course of 40 years by one man, Burro Schmidt himself, with nothing but hand tools and the occasional piece of dynamite with notoriously short fuses. Burro Schmidt himself carried the rock out from this tunnel by hand, sometimes on his back, sometimes on wheelbarrows, but all by himself with no assistance. In the later years of Burro Schmidt's life, the cost of carrying some 5,000 tons of rock came to affect his health, as he described that his back muscles had become so strong that it forced him to remain hunched over. That caused him great pain in his later years of life.
Oh my God!
I saw your camera.
You get scared?
No.
Hey, how's it going?
We saw your Jeep and I'm like, oh, he's here, let's go get him.
Dude, we thought you guys would have been gone by now.
No.
Alright, we're leaving.
All right, bye.
Just, I mean, how many tons of rock was this? Dude, Burro Schmidt is the first Minecraft player. Oh, going
I
left.
think you have to go right. There's have to be
Oh, look. Shine your light.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Uh-oh.
Bro, left, go right.
Dude, let's go. That's the way that goes outside.
Let's go that way.
Go this way. I haven't
Go back, there's a rat, go!
It's a rat.
It's a rodent. After about a 10-minute walk, half a mile through a mountain, we're finally greeted with a spectacular view. You can see all of Saltdale, exactly where we camped, and the entire surrounding valley. It's absolutely breathtaking. Oh, look at this again. That sounds terrifying.
Yeah.
Overall, Burro Schmidt's tunnel is definitely a testament to either man's folly or man's determination, depending on your point of view. It's really neat to be able to see the history, not just of one man's quest to tunnel through a mountain, but also just to see things left behind from everybody that also wanted to come see this piece of history as well. With that, it was time to hit the road and head on back home, not before addressing a few pressing issues. Not everyone made it back damage-free. Featured?
In the cave.
In the cave? Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do it right now.
I work for
Hey,
abandonment.
look, we found another YouTuber named Mo for show.
Yeah.
But he don't post.
Oh, yeah.
But he don't post.
I work for the government.
Yeah, I can't. I'm sick.
All right, peace out. I don't think Franco knows about the trash in the back.
That's the best part.
I was more surprised he didn't notice the smell. Overall, I'd say camping in Saltdale and going up to the Burro Schmidt tunnel is a pretty pleasant experience. During the winter, you'll probably freeze. I had some of the most uncomfortable sleep of my entire life out on that cot under the stars. But overall, I think it was a straight banger. If you got a good group of friends, come out here and do it. Make a circle and go see the ruins. I'd highly recommend it. So this is the part where I say goodbye to everybody.
Raccoons.
Raccoons. So in that case, like, favorite, subscribe. Assault.
Smash that like button!
Don't.
Destroy it with your fist!
Don't do that. Just gently click it, please. Please, just like that. Anyways, all right. I'll see you guys later.
I have no idea, man. But I gotta wait to get my keys so I can call on myself.
There's trash in your car?
Yeah, someone put trash in my car.
It's weird.
Yeah, you guys are freaking messed up, dude.